Record and welcome this special festive Monday. At the very last minute, I encouraged my friend Daniela from the Shangri-La Toronto to join us. So the Shangri-La Toronto is my favorite hotel in Toronto. If you've not had the opportunity to go visit yet, please put it on your list. Daniela will share some details with you. It's a fantastic location, beautiful pool with a view overlooking the CN Tower, fantastic sauna, and Daniela is going to tell us all the perks. And I think, Daniela, we have your colleague Mark who's going to join us as well, right? And get us in the festive spirit.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Good evening from Toronto. So nice to have you all join me today. I am in the hotel. This is not my home. Looks a little bit like a chalet, and I'm actually in one of our suites, our garden suite, which is one of our premium suites that has just been transformed into Clico in the snow. We've just done a partnership with Veuve Clicquot, very special partnership, which I'll share more details with you in just a little bit. But you know, with the skis and the lights, make it look a little bit festive here. And yes, so my colleague Mark is going to join us, and he is going to make a cocktail that you can easily make at home to warm up during this time, and add a little, booze, a little, little alcohol. You need a little bit of that. Maybe we've already had too much. That's just me. So I want to talk to you about the Shangri-La. Sheila, thank you so much for this opportunity, and thank you for saying that we're your favorite hotel in the city. I have been with Shangri-La Toronto for 7.5 years. I love this hotel. It's so special. There's so many unique attributes to it, and I'm here to share that with you, not only for yourselves to come and visit, but to your clients. Sheila knows I am a phone call or email away, and I will help make a wonderful stay possible for your clients. I am born and raised in Toronto, so please let me help you build an itinerary. I've just noted here some of my top things to do in the city and places to go. If your clients love food, if they love art, if they want to be in the best spots of Toronto that not necessarily are the tourist spots, I am more than happy to build out and work through an itinerary with you. So this is just my little slide showcasing that. Of course, we are so close to Niagara. Of course, Niagara Falls, which is a must-see once in your life. It's so majestic. But really my favorite part is Niagara on the Lake, the wine region. It's such a vast community of vineyards and wineries that I always love to take my fams to. So if you need suggestions on where the best places to go, the hidden gems, again, we can help with that. We actually work with a wonderful partner here that does really cool tours. I hate to call it a tour, it's more of an experience where you get on a helicopter and you tour the falls from above, and then you land at the winery itself, like you land on the vineyard. It's really special and really different. And for your clients that can't do those far-flung trips, those amazing, long haul trips they really want to do, this is a very memorable thing to do as well, which we can help organize. Of course, I don't need to really tell you how to get to Toronto. There's so many ways. I do love Billy Bishop Airport. When you land here, it's 10 minutes to the hotel. It's really, really cool. So that's one of my suggestions of getting into the city. But of course, a lot of people are taking the train, so via rail. With our location downtown, you really can get here anyway and be here very quick. Even from Pearson, it's not that bad. It's 30 to 40 minutes depending on the time of day. Or if I pick you up, I'll take you the back quick ways, the Toronto side streets.
With the up train too, it's very quick, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's super quick and it's super easy. And I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but it's never really that busy. So, and there's free Wi-Fi, so that's a really great option as well.
I assume you ladies know about the up train. It's the connection between Union Station and Pearson Airport.
No. Didn't know about that.
Very fast. I don't recall, what is it, about $12, Daniela?
Yeah, they lowered the price. It's about that exactly. So it's very economical as well. And it's really, really easy. You could walk from Union to the hotel, or it's a really quick, like 3-minute taxi. So very economical.
Mhm.
So here we are. This is us. We're literally right in the middle of downtown Toronto. And whether your clients are coming in for business or leisure, it's on either side of us. So you have the entire financial district on our east side and arts and entertainment on the west side. So depending on which door you're coming out of, you're really in the heart of the city. We really do have such unique partnerships, which I'll get into in just a moment. And we just were awarded Forbes 5-star this year in 2020, and we will continue that into 2021 as well. So I'm sure Sheila's mentioned to you her affiliation with Virtuoso and all the amazing benefits you get through this partnership. In addition to that, we do have a number of promotions as well. Two of them that are a mainstay for us are the third night free and 50% off the second room. So if you do want to travel to the city with multiple rooms, then you do get 50% off, and the Virtuoso amenities are included in that second room. So in terms of value, it's quite excellent. We are revamping our suite offerings in the new year, so I will send that information out probably mid-January, but they're quite amazing. Again, a lot of great value adds for some of our premium suites. And again, for your clients that wanted to go to Italy or anywhere this year to celebrate a special occasion, we're not quite Italy, but we can do amazing Italian fare in terms of food and beverage, and we'll make it happen. So whatever we can do, we will do. So we'll go back into the hotel. So everyone knows our lobby lounge. This is the epicenter of our hotel. It's really where arts and entertainment intertwine in this space. It's not open now, unfortunately, because of the lockdown, but when we did have the opportunity to reopen, we have live music every single day, and that's what our lounge is really known for. It's really a gathering space, and even when we had the social distance measures in place, it ran so well and everyone was just so happy to be here. So it's a really lively, vibrant space. The one thing I love about our hotels, we're not a typical sort of hotel in terms of you walk in and you check in and you go to your room. You walk in and you really feel a lot of life in our space. We have a very open lobby. That's what Shangri-La is all about, is feeling a sense of place. And you really do get that here at our hotel. And I think that's what really sets us apart from the other hotels in the city. And something that we're very fortunate also to have, and it did very well for us throughout the summer months, is our Shangri-La Patio. We do have outdoor space. So if at some point outdoor dining is allowed again, that's something that we will look to utilize as well. So again, very versatile spaces, a lot of options.
Daniela, did you have to stop the Christmas tea, I guess? Are you still doing?
We're still doing it, but we're doing it in the in-room. We're offering our Nutcracker afternoon tea in the guest rooms, and we're also offering it to go. So if anyone is here in Toronto, we are also offering it to go as well. But yeah, it's not the same with, the beautiful festive tea in the lobby lounge and the music. Yeah, but we're trying to recreate that in the guest room, of course.
As best we can, given the situation. Yeah.
Exactly. Of course, health and wellness is really important to us. We have a gorgeous pool space. Our 5th floor is all about health and wellness. It's where our pool is, our sauna. We have an infrared sauna, which mimics sunlight, so it's really great for vitamin D absorption. My favorite spot is the whirlpool and the cabanas that surround it. Our family clientele love it. Our couple clientele love it. It's a very resort-like feel in the middle of the city. And as Sheila mentioned, you have great views of the CN Tower. So it's a really fun space to come and relax. So hopefully that will reopen soon as well.
It's so neat to have the cabanas. You're inside, but the cabanas make you feel like you're outside because they're built in. Can't quite see it in the picture, the lengthwise one, but you can kind of see it on the bottom one there.
Yes, exactly. The bottom photo is the photo where the
Yeah,
cabana is.
so they
Yeah.
have built-in TVs. You can stretch out, go for a dip in the pool, go in the hot tub, go back to your cabana, all in the middle of winter. So it's wonderful.
Thank you. It really is. It really, really is very cozy. In terms of, again, that health and wellness aspect, so of course, all hotels have gyms. We have an exceptional one. I'm a little biased, but we have all brand new equipment. But my favorite part is that we actually have a studio, a part of the gym space as well, where we offer classes to our guests. Personally, I'm a class person. So, spin class, yoga, Pilates. You don't have to leave the comfort of the hotel and try to find a random place to do your class if you do practice yoga or any of those other exercise classes. So it's a really great option to have here right on property. Of course, a spa, gorgeous spa. So our spa has always been busy and popular, but it's a Moroccan inspired spa. So for all of our clients and guests who really want to feel like they've, transported to somewhere else, it's been ever so popular. You really do feel like you've transported to Morocco, and it's so beautiful. There's an actual hammam treatment room as well. And it's not a large spa. There's about 9 treatment rooms. So you don't get that busy, sort of chaotic spa feeling that you can sometimes get in a bigger spa. This is a really nice, intimate, exclusive experience, and a great place to, again, relax and unwind. Right now, the spa is open for massage therapy as it is deemed essential. So our guests can actually book a massage treatment. So we're getting into some of the really unique aspects of the hotel. So we do have a screening room on property, and I feel like we've utilized it so much better than we ever have before. We used to use it a lot for screenings, movie screenings, obviously very busy during the Toronto Film Festival, a lot of corporate presentations. But now we are using it for family movie nights, sports screenings. So I know NBA is kicking off their season again this week, actually. NHL is going to hopefully kick off in January. So guests can use the screening room to watch movies, to watch sports. So yeah, it's a great way to incorporate that full hotel experience. I get a lot of people asking me, okay, I'm going to come and stay at the hotel, but everything's closed. So what can I do? So I will help you plan the whole stay, from Nutcracker afternoon tea in the guest room, a movie night. There's a lot of great experiences that can be had in the hotel that are very memorable. So I'm more than happy to help you with that as well. We do have 2 exclusive partnerships on property, which are unique to Canada. That's David Chang's Momofuku is on property with us. So a great food and beverage experience to be had there. And Soho House as well. It's the only club in Canada, and they're on property with us. So if any of your clients are Soho House members, a lot of the members choose to stay with us so they can be close to the club. In terms of more experiences and sustainability factors, we have a bee house on our 3rd floor outdoor terrace where we have 50,000 Italian honeybees that go out and pollinate the urban gardens and parks, and they come back and they make honey for us. And we love our bees so much. They're sleeping right now for the season. But we love to do, well, first of all, we use it in different culinary aspects of the hotel. So in food and beverage, but we also do tours for families. Kids get a huge kick out of it. So again, another experience to do come spring, summer here at the hotel. We have hotel bicycles that are offered complimentary. We can arrange for picnics, bicycle routes. We did quite a few of those in the summertime, and they were a big hit. So we can definitely arrange for that as well. And for book lovers, we have a book corner pop-up by our front desk, and the books are Taschen, which are those big, beautiful coffee table style books, which are all about art, fashion, travel, everything we all love and everything that our hotel is all about. So we have that available for our guests to enjoy as well. So there's so much to do here. I mean, you're right in the middle of Canada's biggest city. You don't even have to leave the hotel. Well, let's get into the actual hotel. Like, why do people stay at a hotel? They need somewhere to sleep. So I'll show you what our rooms look like. 202 rooms in total. Very spacious, a lot of natural light. Actually, our design team is from Vancouver and they wanted to bring the outside in. So a lot of light, very neutral decor, but very, very spacious. Please let me help you, with the types of different rooms for your clients. If it's a single traveler, a couple, a family, I can help you with what types of rooms could be best.
I think most of the people who've joined us live are clients, Daniela, but I will share the recording with some advisor friends afterwards. But obviously, you and I would work together with the client directly if they have questions about the best room type for them.
Exactly. Sheila is your person, and Sheila and I are like this, so we will plan everything wonderful for you. Just
I'll
leave
have to, can I share the story about the pajamas?
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Just to mention, because the clients who've joined know that I'm virtuoso and I love to work the relationships I have. I had a client who was staying with Daniela and at the Shangri-La, and unfortunately there was a fire alarm in the middle of the night. And these things happen. Obviously the Shangri-La did as best they could to manage the situation and make their guests comfortable. But the client was someone who was on Facebook, and I knew she shared her experience on Facebook that she was out in the middle of the street at 1:30 in the morning and her hair was askew and she had her t-shirt on. So I let Daniela know. I said, is there anything we could do to help make her stay extra special given this unfortunate incident? And Daniela sent her a pair of silk pajamas with the Shangri-La's logo on it. So she said, the next time, should there ever be another occasion that you have a fire alarm in the middle of the night, at least you can walk the runway in your silk pajamas from the Shangri-La Toronto.
Nice.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, at least you're going to be outside in style. You might be outside, but you're in style. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, that was a fun story for sure. These are some photos from our clients that they've shared. We love doing everything we can to make families feel welcome. Let's face it, if the kids are happy, everyone's happy. Romance and special occasion, we go all out. So all you have to do is tell Sheila what you're celebrating or what you are hoping for, and we will make it happen. We are pet friendly as well. So, you don't have to leave them at home. You don't have to leave them behind, especially now. It's tough. I know a lot of people aren't really comfortable leaving their pets in other households, depending, but we love them here. So please do bring them along. We always get excited when pets are coming. It's like we like pets sometimes more than anything else. We get all very excited. Okay, so I want to tell you about some of our experiences. So as I mentioned, I'm in our garden suite where we've transformed it into a winter chalet. That's our Clico in the Snow suite experience. So you can check into this beautiful suite, feel like you have gone to a ski chalet and have a very different kind of experience here with us. There's a lot of different options we can do with this room. And also we have a specialized menu as well, which can actually happen in any room. So Sheila, I can send you all those options. So if anyone is interested in this experience, I can lay all the options out for you. We have, as we mentioned, our afternoon tea. So our afternoon tea does change with the season. So right now we're in our festive mode with our Nutcracker afternoon tea. We're actually right across the street from the Performing Arts Center, and that's where the National Ballet of Canada perform. And every year during this time, they typically perform the Nutcracker Ballet. So we've always had the tea to coincide with that. Unfortunately, not this year, but it's such an important tradition for us. So we've continued that. And like I said, we do a wonderful setup in the guest room. And so after Nutcracker tea ends, whichever tea we decide to do next, it will always be available for an in-room experience if the lobby still happens to be closed. We do in-suite dining experiences. So again, if you can't have that restaurant experience, we bring that restaurant experience into the guest room for you. And we have some wonderful menus that our chefs and our culinary team have put together to have that experience. We have actually done quite a few, and everyone really, really loves it. So again, it's what is that experience like in the room, in the hotel? We can keep you very busy. You can come and stay here for 3-4 nights and you'll have something to do every day, I assure you. And last but not least, what you're going to get to experience shortly is a cocktail class with Mark, who can do a cocktail class. We previously were doing some in room, but we can do them through Zoom as well, where you can be in your guest room and Mark will be at the bar and you can do a cocktail making class together. So something fun to do in that respect as well. And you can learn all about new cocktails. Just a couple of additional items to share with you. So obviously Shangri-La takes COVID extremely seriously, and we have always had strict protocols in place for hygiene and such. But we now have over 100 new operational standards in place for various aspects: rooms, food and beverage, guests, staff. So we take it very, very seriously. So if you do want any more information on that for yourselves, we have our dedicated website, which is shangri-la.com. /Shangri-La Cares. And in terms of here on property, we ask for a health declaration for our guests. Staff do it as well. We take our temperatures every day. Breakfast is available in room as well. It's between 40 to 72 hours before rooms are reoccupied. So we do take it very, very seriously, but also preserving the luxury experience. It does not feel in any way, shape, or form like a sterile environment. You still feel very safe, but in a luxurious space. We do welcome quarantine stays. We have a specific floor for that. We have work from hotel day use rooms. At one time we were doing micro weddings. So really there's nothing that we can't do. Again, I'm your person here on the ground. Sheila is with you as well. So whatever we need to help you with, we are here for you. And I think that's it. Yeah, there I am. Well, you see me live. But it's been a pleasure presenting to you. And now I'm just going to walk you over and I'm going to have Mark present. I'm just going to put my mask on first. And I will walk you over.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Daniela.
You're welcome. And then we'll have some time for questions as well at the end.
Okay, perfect.
All right, everyone
in the suite with you. That's fantastic. Hi, Mark.
Good evening, everyone.
Can everyone see okay?
Thank you for joining us tonight.
There we go. Okay, do you want a little bit lower?
If you can, just a touch, that's perfect. Yes,
okay.
Great. I don't know if you can see me, but what matters is really here. So this evening I decided to make a cocktail, which we love to make here at the Shangri-La, because the version I'll be making with you tonight uses a lot of our signature items, some of which Daniela has already mentioned earlier. It also offers a lot of options depending on what you have available at home. So in terms of having to go grocery shopping, I know we're all kind of trying to avoid that these days, at least as much as possible. There's one thing you may need to do before you make this cocktail, and it's take a trip to LCBO, but that's a risk worth taking.
Everyone here from Ontario? Everyone on the call from Ontario?
I think there's someone from Newfoundland, but that's okay. It's a MCL in Newfoundland, but I'm sure that they'd have the same setup.
Hopefully, they're pretty common products that we'll be using this evening. We'll be taking, just to start, we'll be making a take on a cocktail called a blueberry tea.
Yes.
I'm sure all of you have heard or are familiar with the cocktail. I live in a small Toronto condo, so sadly no fireplace for me, but this is a great alternative to it. So again,
Mark, if I could just interrupt you quickly, if people want to see Mark's face rather than everybody else's face, just oscillate between speaker view and gallery view, and then you'll see Mark in full frame. Sorry, back to you.
Oh, please, wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we'll be using Di Serono, which is an amaretto, and you know, I'm sure Di Serono is available across the country, but if ever you have a different amaretto, it'll do just as well. And one of my favorite things is Grand Marnier, so we'll be using Grand Marnier as well. If you're not familiar, that's a cognac-based orange liqueur. In terms of setup as well, what's great is this doesn't require for you to have a shaker and a full bartending set at home. Really, all you'll need to do this is a teapot. In this case, I've used one of our famous teapots from our afternoon tea. So on the table, what I brought, and that's quite important today, is some honey that we'll be using to sweeten our tea. In this case, this is actually the honey that Daniela was mentioning earlier. So this comes from our beehive on the 3rd floor. And in essence, what we'll be doing is we'll pour the 2 spirits in equal proportions, and I'll be mentioning the recipe, but also Daniela will be available to send the recipe to anyone who cares right after. So we'll be pouring the Di Serono and the Grand Marnier in a glass. In this case, I will be using a snifter, but if ever you don't have at home, you know, a wine glass will do just as well. So I like to start by brewing what will be in my tea, and the beauty of it is right after hot water, the teapot. I don't like to limit myself strictly to the tea, and that's where the Shangri-La signature comes in. So in our case, we'll be using our Shangri-La signature blend tea. It's a Ceylon tea that's made in Sri Lanka, actually by Shangri-La, and it's part of the tea that we serve for our afternoon tea. On the basis of the flavor profile for that tea, we like to add to it orange peels, peppercorns, and a bit of clove. I brought multiple options here today. So depending on what you have at home, you could very well use lime peels and a little bit of star anise. Something like just a little piece of a cinnamon stick to add to your tea will kind of complexify the flavor profile. But again, in this case today, we'll be using a little piece of orange peel, a few peppercorns, and cloves to taste, in this case, 2 pieces. And then I have some of our Shangri-La signature blend I mentioned. So this will also go in the teapot. Now for the part where we actually pour the cocktail. So we'll do 3/4 of an ounce of Grand Marnier directly in the glass. So again, no shaking involved here. And we'll do the same with the Di Serono. This is a cocktail that's great in terms of awakening the senses. So again, if you're just sitting at home quietly and you're looking for something that you can hold and warm your hands with, you're looking for something that you can smell quietly and not necessarily chug or you know, drink at whatever speed you see fit, really. So before I close the teapot here, as the tea is brewing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to purposely stand my glass, which contains the spirits, on top of it, like this. Now, you may or may not have a setup at home which will allow to do something like this safely. Please don't break your glassware if ever that's not possible. The key here is that we'll let the tea steep for 1 minute, 2 minutes, whichever you prefer and however you like the tea strength to be. But as it is, the steam will warm up the spirits and you'll be getting a really nice nose from the mixture of Di Serono and Grand Marnier. Now, after 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes, what you'll do is you'll simply pour your tea directly into the cocktail and enjoy.
Wow. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
How the cocktail, how we make it. No? There you go. Cheers.
Cheers.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you.
Nice and warm and toasty for the season.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Danielle, you'll send the recipe, the measurements. I mean, I think it was 3/4 and an ounce, was it?
Each one of the spirits, yes, exactly. So a very simple recipe to remember. And then in terms of the tea, again, the key here is that you sweeten and season the tea to your preference. Some people will like a sweeter cocktail, then in that case, I would do 2 spoonfuls of the honey rather than just 1 spoon of the honey. Not too much honey, that being said, the Amaretto and the Grand Marnier are sweet on themselves.
Yeah, and you don't want to take away from those flavors with artificial sugar. You want the alcoholic sugar. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I have Grand Marnier and the other spirit as well. I'm going to have to try to make that.
Wonderful. Please do. Let us know how it turns out.
Yes, and as Mark said, we'll send the recipe to you, Sheila, and everyone, so you can share that with everyone. And this is essentially a modified version of a cocktail class that Mark, usually, definitely, it's Mark himself that's doing the cocktail class with yourselves. So definitely take advantage of it. And if there's something that you want to learn more about or a cocktail that you love, Mark can certainly be flexible and just prepare anything that that you'd like. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you.
if you don't mind, do you mind if I want to take a little photo of everyone? Is that okay? Is everyone okay with that? Just for my
Yeah.
gonna say hello, Mark, smile. Thanks. I just want to remember this moment because these are so unique to anything we've ever done before. So are there any further questions or
I want to thank you for jumping in at the last minute. We just kind of emailed about it on Friday, and Daniela said, sure, I'll do it. And thank you, Mark, for being a guinea pig too. I love to showcase some of my favorite friends and my favorite hotel partners. So this was wonderful. You know, this is such a dark time, and today is the darkest day of the year, isn't it? December 21st. So how nice of you guys to provide a little bit of light and a little bit of sunshine. So thank you so much. Beatrice B is noting that she loves blueberry tea and now she can make it for herself.
Oh, great. That's wonderful. Well, I hope to welcome you all very soon. Please stay safe and healthy, and happy holidays.
Thank you. Let me just double check that no one has a question for you guys while you're on the screen. Does anyone have anything they want to ask specifically? I think we're just all anxious to go make a cocktail there.
Yes.
Thank you, Mark and Daniela. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. If you celebrated Hanukkah, I hope it was happy, and all the best. And 2021 is going to be a wonderful year after a very dark 2020. So thank you so much, my friends.
All right. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Thank you, you too.